Hello, amazing friends. In this tutorial, you are going to learn how to solve this cubic equation using the synthetic division method and the factoring method. Then at the end, I'm going to show you the graphical solution. It's very amazing. Now let's do this together. So we're going to begin this with solution. But remember, this is called cubic because the highest power of x is 3. So what does it mean? It means we are expected to have 3 solutions for this, okay? We are expected to have 3 values of x. Now, to do this, since we don't have any one yet, we are going to use the try and error method to get one of the solutions, which will help us to get the remaining. Now, to do that, we are going to test for the values of x we can choose. So we're beginning with solution, and this is giving us 6x cubed plus 13x squared plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now we're going to ask ourselves questions. Let's take some values of x as positive and negative 1, positive and negative 2, positive and negative 3, and so on. Let's choose any of these values for x and substitute here to see if it will be equal to 0. So in that case, we are going to say for when x is 1, we substitute it here, it becomes 6 into 1 cube, then plus 13. This is 13 into 1 squared plus 2 into 1 minus 5. If you simplify, this is 6, this is 13, this is 2, and this. So you see that simplifying this will not be equal to 0. So it means that x being 1 is not a solution. So what do you do again? We need to check from when x is negative 1, okay? So we have 6 into negative 1 cube, okay? So we're going to have it. Let's take it to this part. So we can say let x be equal to negative 1. Plug it here. We're going to have 6 into negative 1 cube plus 13 into negative 1 squared, then plus 2 into negative 1 minus 5. Negative 1 cube, because it's cubed, the negative sign returns, okay? And you know, when you raise 1 to any number, it becomes 1. So this is going to give us 6 into, this will give us negative 1 plus 13. Because it's squared, the negative sign disappears. So we have 1. Then multiply this is negative 2, we have negative 5. So if you simplify, you have negative 6 plus 13 minus 2 minus 5. And when you add this up, it's going to be equal to 0. So what it means is that x being 1 is one of the what solutions, or what we call the zeros, or you can call it the root, or what the solution. Now the duty now is to get the remaining 2 solutions, and to do that I'm going to show you how to use the synthetic division methods to do it. So in that case, we are going to have, so this is going to give us, we have this. Now remember, for your synthetic division, we only work with coefficients, okay? So we're going to work with these coefficients here. Just watch and see. So the coefficient of x cubed here is 6. So you write down your 6. Then the coefficient of x squared is 13. You want to write it down also. The coefficient of x here is 2. You write it down. Then this is the constant, okay? So we're going to also include it, negative 5. Amazing. Now what do you put here? You are going to now put this one value of x you have gotten as negative 1. So we're going to have negative 1 here. I hope that is interesting. So what do? The rule for the division is when you multiply, you add. So let's do it together. But remember, the first number we have to be brought down. So we have 6. Now we begin the process. So we have negative 1, we multiply 6. And when it multiplies, it gives you negative 6. You write it under here. So we're going to have 6, negative 6. You now add 13 plus negative 6 will give us 13 minus 6. And when you subtract this, it gives you 7. So we have 7 here. Then you also repeat again. This will multiply, negative 1 will multiply this 7 to give us negative 7. You write it here. So here we're going to have negative 7. Add this plus this will give us negative 5. You repeat again. Use this to multiply this. Is going to give us positive 5. And when you add this up, it gives you 0. So you see the remainder is 0. That is why we say that x being -1 is a 0, okay? Is a solution to what we have. Okay, now we've gotten this. We are going to now put your variables accordingly. Remember, what we use here is x equal to -1. And when you say that x is equal to -1, if you add 1 to both sides, it becomes x plus 1 is 0. So we now say that x plus 1 is what we call a factor, okay? And this is what we call the 0. So it means that if you use this x to divide s cubed, you are going to have x squared. So it means the variable to put here accordingly for 6 is going to take x squared. Did you see that? The next variable will now be x, and this is our constant. So if you do it, we are going to now have, this will be 6 multiply this. So we have 6x squared. Then we have plus, for this you are going to have 7x. Did you see it? Then minus 5. And remember, it's an equation. So this is equal to 0. So we want to solve this now. And this has led you to quadratic equation because the highest power of x here is 2. I'm going to show you how to use the factoring method and the trick, the best way to do it. So what you would do is you will notice that the coefficient of x squared here is 6. So in that case, we are going to multiply this with this constant term here, which is -5. Okay, if you multiply 6 with -5, it will give us -30. And what do you do with this -30? You would want to ask yourself question, what two numbers can you multiply to give you -30 when you multiply it? And when you add the two numbers, it will give you +7. Remember, you get those numbers from the factors of 30, those numbers that can divide 30. And the two numbers you can think of is, you can think, what do you think should be the two numbers? Now, let me help you to reduce the stress. So the two numbers is going to be 10 and 3. And what signs? We're going to have -3 and +10. If you multiply these two, it gives you -30. And when you add these two, it gives you +7. So what you have here now is, now the trick I want to show you is that what you will do here now, because this is s squared, you are going to open two brackets for x, okay? Now put one value of x here and another value of x here. Now these two values you got, which are 10 and -3, you are going to add it to this bracket. Did you see that? Now, don't be too fast to conclude. Remember that this x squared has a coefficient of 6. So what you're going to do is you're going to use it to divide each of these values. Okay, so let's divide. Remember, everything is equal to 0. So let's divide it. 2 will go here, 3. 2 here will give us 5. Okay, here is 1 and here is 2. So this means we are going to have, now this 3 here, we are going to use it to multiply this x. Is going to give us 3x plus, you are left with 5. Did you see the best way now? So use these two to multiply x. We are going to have 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Interesting. So it means that when you have this, it means that 3x plus 5 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, to get your x, you would want to subtract 5 from both sides. So if you do that, 3x is equal to -5. To get x, divide by 3, which is the coefficient. And when you do that, we are going to have our x as -5/3. Okay? Then if you do same here, you add 1. And if you do that, 2x will be equal to 1. Then divide both sides by 2. If you do that, you are going to have x as equal to half. This another solution. And remember, we've already gotten one of the solutions as x to be equal to -1. So you see, we have the first, this is the second, and this is the third, or whichever way you want to number it. So you see, we've gotten 3 solutions for this. And the next is to show it graphically. Now, these 3 values of x means that the graph is going to touch x at these 3 points, okay? So this is when it's -1, so it's going to touch it here. And this is when x is half. You go to this point, so it's going to touch it somewhere here. And this is when it is negative 5 over 3, which is alongside here. So we have it here. Okay. Now, how will it move? Are we going to curve it this way or downwards? How do you check? You are going to put in the value of, to know the intercept, okay, the y-intercept, where the curve touches y. Is it at the negative or at the positive? So what you do here is you put in the value of y as 0. So if you have it 6 into 0 cube plus 13 into 0 squared plus 2 into 0 minus 5. This will give you all 0 minus 5. And when you subtract, you're going to have negative 5. So it means that the curve is going to touch y at the negative axis. Did you see that? So this is the y-intercept. So it touches it somewhere here. So to join this, you are going to have something like this. So the graph is going to look this way. So it goes up. Okay, did you see that? So this is how the curve looks like for this equation. You keep projecting it up if you wish. And this is what we have. And I hope this helps you a lot. Let's know how much in the comments. Remember, you can subscribe for the more you can get. Sharing this helps the algorithm to catch it and send it to more people that need this skill. See you in our next class, and bye-bye.